Welcome back, guys. Another episode of JK News, but today we're doing a little bit of Am I the Asshole? If you've never seen a video with us doing this before, basically this is where people on Reddit post their experiences of life and they ask us, the internet, to judge them. And that's what we do. We're gonna judge them.
That's all we know.
We're on Cut Corner!
So join in with us and let us know what you think in the comments. Are they the asshole? Are they not? But I'm gonna read a little story and then you guys are just tell me the detail, boss. This says, am I the asshole for firing an employee after his parents died? All right.
No.
So it says, I am the VP of a sales at a software company, and one of our sales development reps' parents passed away at the beginning of April. Sadly, they were involved in a car crash and both lost their lives.
Ooh.
Now, the employee in question is a very young 22-year-old guy and has been with us for about 10 months now. He's a great employee, and we were thinking about promotions in the next 6 months for him. His job is high paying for a new grad. He makes about $90K with commission. Damn!
Wow.
And base. So we expect a lot from this position. Because of the accident, we let him take a month of paid leave of absence from work.
Oh, okay. That was going to be my solution.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
He returned a few weeks ago and his performance is severely lacking. He's super unmotivated, not cold calling, outreaching to prospects for the last 2 to 3 weeks ever since he's come back. Our whole management team has noticed this and we decided to let him go because we feel like he'd need months and months to be able to produce again.
Which is true.
Can't wait that long. We called him into a meeting on Friday afternoon and gave him the bad news. He was
On a Friday, that's nice.
on a Friday in the week, cool off over the weekend. He was very calm and rude about us. Told us to go fuck ourselves and got up and then went to the desk, grabbed a few of his things and left. I thought this was very unprofessional and extremely
He is 22.
Right. I told my boyfriend about all of this and he said myself and the management team are a bunch of assholes, pricks with no hearts.
Yes.
Am I the asshole?
Well, depression doesn't have a time limit. You can't be like, well, after exactly a month, you should be exactly back
But
to
the
work.
business does have a time limit.
And that's the hard part, is that we do live in capitalist type, and that's how our economy works, and you need to have your employees, especially if they're making that much money, be an asset.
Right, because there's an obligation, right? Because I mean, let's put it into perspective of a surgeon. What if a surgeon was going through depression and the hospital gave him that month leave? He comes back and he's performing kind of lackluster on another human's life.
Let me killing people.
He should have been laid off, right?
Let me tell you what I would do because I have a bigger heart than you.
Okay.
What were you?
I would have pulled this employee in and warned them that we think we've noticed that they're not as motivated, not working as hard.
Pick it up, bitch.
Yeah, just do a little
I
better.
have an opportunity.
In my mind, I assumed that was already there.
Me too.
So if they didn't, then I think that is the
I
asshole
think my
part.
next move, though, after that, if they still didn't improve, would be to say, okay, take some more time off, but unpaid, because they paid for that 1 month. You could have like a couple months more unpaid if you want, and then you could come back to your job.
See, I just think that like if that was the surgeon, right? And you're the surgeon, and I'm like, hey man, like you put a guy's foot on his hand, but it's fine, we'll figure it out. But like I need you to like do a little better, okay? But it's fine. We're gonna work it out.
Here's something that I did actually within this company for Brandon, right? So
Jesus.
Brandon's grandma was
Oh yeah, I remember that.
getting close to being, passing. Like we didn't know what was gonna happen, and then he was backed up on work. He was working on some stuff, and I heard that she just got in the hospital, and then he says, "Is it okay if I use this weekend to cram on the work and then pass off the work to so-and-so?" And I told him, no, that's not okay. I told him, you need to go to freaking San Francisco right now. So I said, you booked the ticket now, and I'll just, we're gonna figure out what to do because the work is, like, it doesn't matter. And if he were to wait over the weekend and do it, he would have missed out on seeing his grandma for the last time. So he was able to catch her.
Yeah.
And then he saw her, and then I said, spend some time out with your family to mourn. And throughout that whole process, we still paid him. And then when he came back, I didn't expect him to be a high performer, but for him, the situation was a little bit different because I think the appreciation that he had for what we did, that kicked in and he became even more motivated.
Yeah.
So, but in this case, I think I'd leave it open where it's like, all right, dude, you're awesome, and I know you're just going through some stuff right now, but you're always welcome back.
Yeah, exactly.
But he might be the asshole that just said, well, fuck you, and walked away, I don't know, it's so hard to say.
All that, and then they still said fuck you, then they're the asshole.
Before we move on or continue on with that story, I was giggling a little earlier when Joe was like, you know, presenting his story about Brandon's situation. And the reason why I was giggling is that in his head, he sounded hella professional, but I witnessed it as a third person. Like, Brandon was like, yeah, man, you know, my grandma was the one who like raised me, and you know, like she was the one that actually told me to make the jump to move down to LA and like pursue my dreams, right? And then he was like, yeah, like I heard she just got into the hospital, and it's like, you know, I have like a lot of work to do, right? And Brandon proposed that plan to Joe, and then Joe was like, what the fuck are you doing here, man? Go home to your family.
I can picture Joe saying it that way. It sounded like they were like at a table, like, you know, I really care about you, Brandon.
Yeah.
I think that,
He got really aggressive about it.
Also, probably halfway through Brandon's story, he's like, my grandma's been so cool. Like, she raised me since I was a kid. All of a sudden, Joe's like, and then he's like, whoa, what the fuck? And he's like, Joe's like, oh, no, I'm thinking of something else.
Yeah, exactly. But it was really funny because the Joe got aggressive. He was like, what the fuck are you doing here, man? Family first. Get the fuck out of here. Go home. I don't fucking care. We'll figure this shit out.
I love Joe's way of loving people, though.
I love how you created the story in your head.
I don't remember things accurately.
Yeah, but that's what happened.
But it's the point in the purpose, right?
The principle,
Yeah, so.
you know what though? I think in this story, like I like nice guy Steve corner, where Steve's like, I'm more compassionate. Let me
Compassion corner.
A bigger heart than Joe. A bigger heart than Joe.
we'll have to touch base with nice guy Steve for like everything for that hot take. But I don't think that. Okay, I feel like the person writing this, they would have written, hey, we gave him a warning. I don't think that happened. I think that this person didn't have the strength to communicate to this guy whose parents had just died.
So they made the decision for him.
Yeah.
He didn't have the opportunity to like ramp it up and then change and fix. Yeah. It came abruptly.
That's what context is missing. Like, did they give him multiple chances? Did that ever happen? Because if not, then yes, you are the asshole.
Yeah, it definitely seems like they would have included it for sure.
Right?
They were including so much extra detail already that we probably already didn't know.
I guess for me, I just assumed that they did it because that's kind of like standard protocol in my mind.
Yeah.
Maybe they just figured, oh yeah, we already gave him the month. We don't need to like talk about it anymore.
Yeah,
like, that was his chance.
Employees, they're talking shit too, like, God, how much time does he need? We're out here working our ass off. Like, I bet
Y'all smoke a pack of 50 cigarettes a day.
How long we need to wait for this guy, huh?
My old man was the boss of like this medical supply company, and one of his employees, like, I don't know what happened in his life, but all of a sudden, like, he went from being a stellar employee to like showing up smelling like alcohol and shit. And my dad gave the guy like 9 chances. Like shit like that. Sometimes you can go too far.
Yeah.
Where you're like, I just want to get in heaven, so whatever. Maybe this will help out. Like shit like that. You can also be taken for a ride a little
For sure.
bit. But then it's funny because my dad ended up having to fire the guy, right? And then the guy, because of that life change, getting fired, not having your job anymore, like having that resistance all of a sudden, he ended up like becoming a cop, and like he came back and thanked my dad and said that was the best thing that ever happened to him.
From drunk to cop.
Right.
Wow. Damn.
Wow.
Yeah. Does that make you feel better knowing that there's a drunk cop out there?
I feel even better because I know there's gang member cops out there.
Oh, there you go. Oh, yeah, I heard about those guys too. Ex-gang.
What? I was thinking Officer Whiskey was bad enough. What is...
Ex-gangbangers become cops.
I know ex-gang members that they were getting their gang member tattoos covered up, and then they changed their life, joined the military, did all this stuff, and then they became officers.
So did they know what gangs to bust, or like where their hideouts were and all that shit?
I don't know. They knew the culture.
Snitches get stitches.
No, I like those ones where like the police go and they hire a person that used to be in crime. Like there's this one guy that was doing YouTube videos that he stole like millions of dollars in jewels and jewelry, and then the police hired him like to help them understand like break-ins and shit because he knows all of that stuff.
Hackers, they do that with a lot.
I wonder when the cops are gonna hire us to make a YouTube channel.
Right? That shit's already happening. That's why I keep getting work, because I go to companies that haven't gone into the new media sphere and I have what they need. So to us, we're like, we do YouTube, but everyone wants what we have.
Dude, we see cops doing social media posts, that's for damn sure.
Yeah,
You have to have social media.
It's whack.
Dude, any of you guys right now could run the Instagram for LAPD. For sure.
Trust me, I know a lot of...
Lewd jokes.
I think I get fired too fast.
I know too many ex-tubers who are doing that now. And I'm like-
Ex-tubers?
It's true.
And I'm like, damn, you
Who
guys.
never got like big YouTube channels? They just got to like 80K or something like that.
Have you seen those on Amazon? Like how to start a YouTube channel? I would type that in to see what's out there, and there's people with like 20,000 subscribers that's like, look how we found our YouTube success.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Follow our footsteps. I'm just like, the
Have you
fuck?
seen those channels? They have like 20,000 subscribers, and they're like, we're doing a meetup, and then the next video is like, no one showed up at our meetup.
Oh my god, I would scream. But those are those people that are like the me and my garage guy that make a life out of teaching people how to do a thing that they don't really know how to do yet, but they're just really convincing. They're like, here's the steps 1 through 5 on how to start a successful YouTube channel, just like ours. 567 views.
Those who can't do teach, as they
I
say.
had an ex-boyfriend like that. He just read tons of personal development books, and then he tried to be a motivational speaker, but he had never had any success of his own. He just read all the information. Yeah.
Motivated to be motivated. Yeah, so it's funny. You if you're a small tuber, because I remember we used to do meetups and shit when we were in Totally Sketch. But can you imagine being a small tuber? You're like, let's do a meetup, and then you're in a public place like we used to be, like some
Yeah.
outdoor mall area, and as people walk through, you're like, oh, you're here for the meetup? Oh. Are you here for the meetup? Oh, okay.
You definitely are here for the
Come
meetup.
on, hey.
Eye contact. It's me. It's me.
You know me.
Yeah, it's me. Oh. Hey guys. Now, do you remember?
That was playlist.
Well, that's not our
That's not
audience.
your demographic at all.
But it was so fucking funny though.
Wait, we're having that playlist.
We were there for a meetup and nobody fucking came, and we're next to a hugely popular channel. I think we're
For 12-year-olds or something.
yeah, for like 12-year-olds.
Jojo Siwa.
Somebody with blue hair and swoopy shit.
yeah.
And they
And their whole it was like this. So they split up the convention or the hall, right? And then it's like all these empty rows of seat was for us, and we were even sharing it with another guy. I don't even know what the fuck was happening, but there was this another one, and it was all fucking full.
Dude, that's what happened when you're at Playlist in DC. They put us on a panel with family vloggers. It was like a meet and greet with family vloggers, and so it was like Shay Carl, like all like really Bratalia, or like all those big family vlogging channels. And then they did a thing with
the Chase Carl scandal.
Before. This was like 2016 or 15 or something like that. And so then they have a part where the audience gets to come up and go down the line and get autographs. And we're at the end of or we're at like the second to last. And so they go down the line and they're like, oh my god, I love this video when you did this. Can you sign this? It's so personal, blah blah blah. And then each one, oh my god, I love you. Well, oh, you're so good at this video. You could make my day every day. And then they looked at us and like, oh my god, Bridget. Damn.
yeah, there was a mix-up apparently.
Some of them do like a pity autograph though. They were like,
No.
well, yeah, you too, yeah, you
We're
too.
like, what's your channel? And I'm like, oh, it says Nikki Limo.
I was like, you're fine.
And then they're like, oh, look it up.